was walking through his wheat field after the great disappointment. And suddenly it dawned on him. The sanctuary. Christ didn't come to this world. He entered into the most holy of the sanctuary. He ran home. He took the book of Hebrews. He started reading about the sanctuary. He was so excited. There was a knock on the door. Who was standing outside? A man by the name of Joseph Bates. And he had heard from a tract who had heard from Rachel Oakes about the Sabbath. And James White and Ellen G. White both believed in soul sleep. Because their little group believed that. And then all of these truths came together into one big movement called the Great Advent Movement. All these truths were established before there was a single Seventh-day Adventist on this planet. Does God love the Baptists? Yes, He loves the Baptists. Does He love them in spite of the errors that they have? Yes, their greatest preacher was Spurgeon. He loved his pork and he loved his bottle. But he loved God too. But he didn't have all the light. And did he remember all his persecuted people? And the Congregationalists that were hounded and sentenced to death, how they separated church and state. Did he remember them? Yes, he did. And he's calling them. God is calling them. God is calling the Mennonites. God is calling the Amish. I was in ASI just a few weeks ago in the United States. And there were Mennonites and Amish in their traditional dress. And they came to me. And they embraced me. And they discovered these great truths of Adventism. And they keep their traditional dress because they want to reach the Mennonites and they want to reach the Amish. And I want to tell the Baptists, you've done a great work, but there's something you're missing. Your Seventh-day Baptists were right. But they didn't have the sanctuary message. And don't go and attack the sanctuary message. It's biblical. It says we do have such a high priest who has gone into the heavenly. It gives us a full understanding of the plan of salvation. There is a denomination in the world today that has combined the pearls of truth into settings of gold.
Care a combinat aceste perle ale adevărului în montură de aur.
And God is calling the whole world
Dumnezeu cheamă întreaga lume
to take a stand on the platform of truth.
să ia poziție pe platforma adevărului.
I'm not ashamed to say I'm a Seventh-day Adventist,
Nu mi-este rușine să spun sunt adventist de ziua 7.
and I'm not ashamed to say my roots are in Anabaptism, my roots are in Baptists, my roots are in Lutherans, my roots are in Methodists, my roots are in all of those
În
denominations.
același timp, nu mi-este rușine să spun că înainte,
But come up higher,
dar să mergem mai sus,
embrace them all.
să acceptăm toate adevărurile.
And God will have a people on this planet that stand for righteousness and truth.
Dumnezeu va avea un popor pe această planetă care va sta de partea neprihănirii și a adevărului.
And I believe with all of my heart
Cred din toată inima
that the final events are upon us.
că evenimentele finale sunt la ușă, sunt asupra noastră.
And we must stop putting our heads in the sands and being ashamed for what we are.
Și trebuie să ne scoatem capul din nisip pentru că ne e rușine de cine suntem.
Millions have died for these truths.
Milioane de oameni au murit pentru aceste adevăruri.
And we are a denominated people that are to stand for every single one of them in the time that we are living in.
Noi suntem un popor, o denominațiune care trebuie să stăm pentru fiecare dintre aceste adevăruri în ultimele zile.
We are not here to condemn anyone,
Nu suntem aici să condamnăm pe cineva,
but we are here to embrace truth
ci suntem aici să acceptăm adevărul
and to call people into this truth.
și să chemăm pe oameni la acest adevăr.
And may God give you the courage to do it now, because soon it will be impossible.
Fie ca Dumnezeu să vă dea curajul să faceți acest lucru astăzi, pentru că în curând va fi imposibil.
Now, in the next few lectures, we're going to look where we are in the stream of time.
În următoarele prezentări vom analiza unde ne aflăm pe linia istoriei.
And there's lots of room here. Bring the people.
Există suficient spațiu, puteți invita și alți oameni.
Are we afraid of the gospel of Jesus Christ?
Ne este frică de Evanghelia lui Iisus Hristos?
Are we afraid to say what we believe just because others don't believe it and think they can persecute you because you don't believe what they believe?
Ne este oare teamă să spunem în ce credem doar pentru că alții nu cred și am putea fi persecutați pentru aceasta?
If truth is based on the eternal word of God,
Dacă adevărul are la bază cuvântul veșnic al lui Dumnezeu,
then who can accuse you?
atunci cine te poate acuza?
No one.
Nimeni.
No one.
Nimeni.
If they do not take their stand upon,
Dacă nu e o poziție de parte a adevărului,
they have no power behind them.
ei nu au nicio putere care să-i susțină.
No matter how many armies they've got,
Indiferent câte armate ar avea,
no how many inquisitors they've got,
indiferent cât de mulți persecutori ar avea,
they've got nothing if they do not have the word of God.
nu au nimic dacă nu au cuvântul lui Dumnezeu.
May God bless you as you contemplate these things.
Dumnezeu să vă binecuvinteze când veți medita la aceste
And
adevăruri.
and may He lift up your head to make you proud for what we believe.
Și El să vă ajute să ridicați capul și să fiți mândri de adevărurile în care credeți.
Amen.
Amin.
Apreciem răbdarea care ați avut-o. Într-adevăr, subiectul a fost captivant. Nu știm dacă problema ultimă Hoffman s-a rezolvat. Nu vrem să încercăm răbdarea dumneavoastră. O să ascultăm o piesă cântată de quartet, timpul care ei vor încerca să pună în legătură laptopul cu ecranul. Dacă lucrul acesta nu va fi posibil în seara aceasta, cei de la partea tehnică vor încerca să remedieze problema peste noapte, iar mâine promitem că